Nathan, you don't need a ladder. This is Pella's Steady Set. It installs from the inside.
No ladder? Awesome.
Today's video is sponsored by Pella. Let's get going. Pella says these windows can be installed in under 10 minutes. And oh, by the way, we're installing them from the inside. So they are way safer than a day like today where we've got wind, we've got rain, we've got mud. No one wants to carry a window up a ladder. It is not fun. Plus it's typically a 2-man install, not a 1-man install. So we're gonna put this 10 minutes, 9 minutes and 40 seconds to the test. I'm gonna start it now because Nathan actually already unpacked the window. So let's say we got a 30-second, 1-minute head start. And on this Steady Set, the way the window actually installs structurally to the window is these brackets. Now we pre-installed 5 of them, but Nathan, show us how to install that bracket right there. This bracket is going to be a structural connection for this window. And these actually vary in terms of depth of wall. So I've got 2x6 walls here, plus zip bar, so I've got 1 inch of sheathing. So we set these specifically for it. But this is the money shot right here. Check this out, y'all. Look how stinking fast this goes. These have a sill shim, which is gonna hold it off the sill just to the right amount. And then it's got a head stabilizer. And then these brackets are gonna keep it from falling out to the outside. The first time you do it, it is a little sketchy. You're like, am I gonna lose the window? But these brackets actually hold it in place. Okay, so he's just putting 1 screw in each side for now. We've got a laser on over here, so the first thing he's gonna do is actually check the laser, double check that we are nice and level across the sill. We also have another window in this hallway that's been set already, so we're double checking that we're even between those. And lo and behold, that looks pretty dang good. Next up, he's getting his level, he's gonna check plumb. Now we might need to use an airbag to move it around in the opening, but at this point we're plumb, so Nathan's ready to actually structurally install the window. Holy cow, look at that, y'all. We're under 3 minutes. Now again, maybe I cheated a little bit with the packaging, but 3 minutes to secure that window on the inside, this is unbelievable. Let's review real quickly the install instructions. We'll just make sure we got everything. We put all the clips in. We have 6 on this window. We set the unit. We make sure it was level. We double checked that the bottom bracket was level. Then we installed the 2 bottoms. We plumbed it. We installed the tops. We are done on the inside with a little over 3 minutes. I would have to say that the claims that their marketing department makes, 74% ladder reduction time, 64% of the work is done inside. So far, so good. We're not done yet though. We've got a flashing flange on the outside. This window is structurally secure, but we need to do the flashing flange on the outside and tape that up with the system we're using on this house. Then we need to come and do the interior air seal. I'd say at this point, we're looking good for getting this thing done in under 10 minutes. Okay, y'all, we still have to get up on a ladder. Go for it, Nathan. I'm gonna restart my timer here. Again, we're at 4 minutes in, and we said like just shy of 10 minutes. And at the start of the video, I bet some of you were like, there's no way you can install a window start to finish in 10 minutes. But if he's starting this outside flashing tape at 4 minutes, I think he can do this in 5 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll find out. The first thing Nathan's doing is he's pulling off the protective cover. If you think about like your ears flapped in, there's a cover that holds it on. It flops off and then that flange pops out. And remember, this is not a nailing flange, it's a flashing flange. Here's a window that was set earlier. And one of the things I really like about it are these flexible corners. You can see this corner is sealed really nicely and has some forgiveness in the system if the wall wasn't perfectly in plane. The other thing I really like about the system, if you look here, it says do not seal at the bottom here. And it's even got a little bit of corrugation or stamping on this bottom sill so that now my waterproof sill, if any water were to get in there, it's got a spot to weep out. So what Nathan's doing up there is he's putting his flashing tape on the 2 jambs first, and then he's gonna flash that head, and now we've got a really top-notch install. Now this isn't the last thing that needs to be done though. He's still gonna have to go into the interior for some air sealing, but look at this, we're at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll see if he gets done in under 10, but so far I'm very impressed. All the numbers that I saw from Pella about this seem to be not hype, but seem to be extremely on the money, if not a little generous. All right, side 2, it's 7 minutes and 30 seconds. If we would have had a ladder that had a standoff, we could have set it right in the center. I bet we would have gone a little faster. Nathan's gonna be bumping right up on that 10-minute mark, but this clearly shows you the advantage of this system. All right, we're bumping against the clock. I think he's gonna just barely miss it, but not by much. 9:30, he's got that last little section of the head. I'd like to point out that this is a 2nd floor window, not a 1st floor window. And also it's muddy, this ladder is not the easiest on a muddy day. But the ladder time is way less, and he's not carrying a heavy window up the ladder as well. 10 minutes, 40 seconds. Not bad at all. I'm gonna hit stop on that. I would say we're 1 minute slower than there. Here's what you can do it in. Now we still have the interior air sealing, but that's typically done later by a different subcontractor, so I'm not counting that under the installation guide. This is an incredibly impressive system. All the marketing hype is legit on this, but for me, it's a labor savings and it's a safety issue. I'm a big fan. I really like these. Lastly, let me close with this. When I installed these windows on a project recently called the Reisinger build, I had a mixture of fixed push-out casement and crank casements. I had a Pella front door and I had a Pella triple slider in the back of the house. And my blower door test mid-construction with all those Pella products installed was a 0.42 ACH 50. So this is an incredibly tight package. I'm super impressed. Guys, if you want to learn more about Pella, I'll put a link to these guys in the description. They've been a Build Show sponsor for a while now, and it's companies like this sponsoring our content that allow us to give you the best of building science, the best of install, the best of how to build that really bomber house. So I really want to thank Pella for sponsoring today's video. Guys, if you're not currently a subscriber, hit that subscribe button below. We've got new content here every Friday. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.